On this episode of O'Fallon Matters, keep yourself and your car safe in the winter with a few common sense tips. Next, find out the benefits of recycling here in O'Fallon. Then learn how you can get fit at the Renaud Center. All this and more next on O'Fallon Matters. Welcome to O'Fallon Matters. I'm your host, Joe Richter. On this first story, we're going to learn more about the city's Human Resources Department. Find out how they are committed to making Team O'Fallon a healthy, safe, and productive work environment for all employees.
Human Resources are responsible for the entire life cycle of an employee, from recruiting and hiring to benefit administration. This team also provides training, workplace safety, and policy administration with the goal of retaining that employee until retirement.
We have 5 staff members, myself included as the Human Resources Director. We have 2 HR generalists. We have a risk management and safety coordinator, as well as an administrative assistant. Ultimately, their goal is to be employee friendly. We work hard to ensure that employees feel comfortable coming into our department. And while we do have professional training and certification within the department, it's most important that our employees feel comfortable talking to us.
We are the gatekeeper between potential employees and the jobs. We help employees that currently work here with their benefit questions, with policy questions, and we try to be proactive in a lot of the policies that are made, and we work with the administration and with council to get policies developed and try to make it a great place to work.
HR works with every city department. From setting up job interviews to employee promotions, there is seamless collaboration.
I think it provides us with a unique aspect that most departments aren't able to see, where we do learn something about not only the employees within the city, but we really get to see how the entire O'Fallon team works well together. We get to talk to the police department, economic development, information technology, and it's really a unique experience to be able to kind of see how the city comes together as a whole.
Well, I enjoy working with other people, and it's always rewarding even in difficult situations with employees when we feel like we're making a difference, or maybe making them, more comfortable with the situation they're in, be it might be difficult, or maybe it's a great situation. Maybe they've had a baby and they just want to know, how do I get that baby on insurance? So.
This team also partners with insurance companies to make sure staff has the best possible benefits available. They plan fun and engaging events for Team O'Fallon, and they even handle wellness programs. Human Resources staff takes an exceptional amount of pride in helping employees get answers.
We're not really centralized. We get to get out and we can get to meet all the new employees. We get to interact with the seasoned employees. That is very rewarding. I do like that part of my job is safety, and so the employee gets to go home to their family safe.
I think sometimes people get the impression that HR is similar to a principal's office at a school, but really we are there as a resource. We really are human resources. We're here to help with benefits. We're here to help with questions.
What I value the most is seeing an employee that you interview, that you make an offer to, you do their orientation, and eventually they do leave, but the hope is that you'll eventually see that employee retire from the city one day. And I think that's the most rewarding part of working in human resources, is seeing somebody devote their career to the city and really being successful, being able to provide a living for their family and enjoying what they do while they're here.
In the end, our Human Resources team takes care of our employees, and they always work to create a productive environment where team members feel valued and motivated to give their best work.
Put your joggers on and head to the Renaud Center for a great fitness experience. Now, learn how you can celebrate your health and stay fit all in one place.
This is the year we break the ever-revolving wheel of broken New Year's resolutions. With the help of the Renaud Center and its helpful staff, we can finally keep those yearly vows of getting healthier.
Yeah, so of course a lot of people, when it comes to New Year, weight loss is usually the #1 thing that people are looking for, just getting back into shape. We have a lot of opportunities here at the Renaud Center to help just with that. So everybody knows when it comes to New Year's resolutions, everybody starts off strong in January, but then it starts to kind of trail off when we get close to February, March. So some of the main tips I have for that is to make sure your goals are specific. Make sure that those goals that you're starting with are pretty small and manageable. I think that's a mistake that a lot of people kind of start with. They have really high expectations and they're looking to change a lot of things at once. But some of my key tips would just be keep it small and manageable, and then you can build on those small wins. So another big tip I have is accountability. So if you have a friend, a family member, just get them into the habit of coming to the gym with you. So having that bond with somebody to come work out with, that really helps keep you accountable. A trainer can do that for you also. So a lot of people just think about, oh, they're giving you a workout, but it's also a big accountability piece to help people stay consistent with their fitness. We really recommend our new members to just get a couple of personal training sessions, just kind of get started off on the right foot. And then from there, a lot of people go to group fitness. So we have a lot of new group fitness classes that we're really excited about. One of the newest classes, it's called HIT 45. So it's a 45-minute class, a little shorter class for those people that might be busier. So it's 45 minutes, you get in, get your good quick workout in, and then you go on with your day. So we're really excited about those classes. We have those on Monday, Wednesday evenings, and also Tuesday, Thursday mornings. So I really advise people go and check out those new classes. So one of the key things I always tell people when it comes to the new year, it's always a good idea to just get some kind of help. So you shouldn't have to do this on your own. Got a lot of awesome programs that can help people reach those goals that they're looking for. If you're coming back to fitness, some of my best tips would be just take it slower, sooner. A lot of people make the mistake of just jumping in too fast, too soon. So it's really important to just listen to your body and make sure you're getting the proper rest. Getting the rest and recovery is oftentimes more important than the actual workout itself. So if you're needing help with something like that, whether it comes to the workouts or the rest and recovery, we also have trainers here that can help with that. I recommend a lot of the new members just to get a couple sessions to start with, just get them started off on the right foot. It just helps kind of eliminate some of that confusion at the beginning. Another big tip I would have is consistency is probably the #1 thing that you can pay attention to. Some things that could help with that is just kind of making it part of your daily routine. You really want to kind of schedule that in. So I like to say it's like a doctor's appointment. So if you have a doctor's appointment scheduled, you don't just skip that and blow that off. So put it in your schedule and you're kind of less likely to just blow it off. So we have a lot of different options that'll help you achieve those New Year's fitness goals. So we have our strength machine section, so that's really good for building up those muscles. And then we also have our cardio section, so that's gonna be able to get your heart rate up, get a little sweat going, and then help you lose weight in that aspect. And then also we have our free weight area, so that's we have our dumbbells, barbells. Maybe if you're a little more experienced, that would be a good area to go to also. But all three of those combined would give you an awesome recipe for success for the new year.
And everything we need for a healthier 2022, including the courage to keep at it, is waiting for us at the Renaud Center. This is the year.
The St. Charles County Ambulance District was honored with a distinction that few ambulance districts receive. Stay with us to learn about this prestigious honor.
Did you know that in any given year, the St. Charles County Ambulance District paramedics respond to thousands of calls from pediatric patients? Emergency situations involving our community's youngest residents demand specialized equipment and advanced training. Recently, the St. Charles County Ambulance District was recognized by the Missouri Emergency Medical Services for Children program as Level 1, the highest possible level for pediatric readiness.
EMSC stands for Emergency Medical Services for Children, and the organization exists to elevate the level of care provided to pediatric patients throughout the nation. Generally speaking, we run a lot fewer pediatric calls, so that training the proper equipment, all of those things come into play whenever we do run those less frequent pediatric calls. Even though we don't run as many of them, that we're still performing at a very high level, which is what EMSC seeks to do.
So we run approximately 2,000 pediatric calls a year within St. Charles County ambulance districts, and approximately 400 of those are critical pediatric calls where it requires IV therapy and airway management, medication administration. So that's very important that our paramedics are prepared and ready to be there at a moment's notice.
To earn certification through the initiative, St. Charles County Ambulance District must carry and train annually on dozens of pieces of pediatric specialty basic and advanced life support equipment and designate a pediatric emergency care coordinator for the organization who ensures all pediatric specific transport needs remain a top priority for the organization.
Do all of the pediatric quality improvement, or QI, of the reports written by the paramedics. And what I do is I look for certain paradigms where I'm looking to see what medication they gave, ensuring that they followed our protocol, and giving positive feedback and negative feedback, finding out what our strengths and our weaknesses are and what we can improve on.
To earn a Level 1 certification, the organization must demonstrate commitment to pediatric community outreach.
One of the requirements to reach Level 1 status with EMSC is offering a wide variety of pediatric-centered community programming for the residents of St. Charles County. We do everything from our STARS program for special needs pediatrics, to child safety seat installs, to our opiate awareness efforts in our high schools, to the very fun Party with the Paramedics program that we offer for our Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts here in our community.
The St. Charles County Ambulance District continues their commitment and dedication to the children of our community. And in addition to maintaining advanced pediatric certifications for all paramedics, the district continues a proven track record of offering a robust array of pediatric-centered safety programming.
The recycling industry changed significantly in 2018, and it's now impacting cities around the world, especially communities like O'Fallon. Superintendent of Environmental Services Jim Winzera joins us to talk about the benefits of recycling in our community.
The environmental impact of recycling really is a lot of things that come into play. You're talking electricity, from plants having to run to get rid of the trash and just the equipment that's used, the people that have to deal with it. Recycling brings products in that we can remake things, or we can use that product to build other things. There's so many other options out there if you get the material in here. We recycle at the curbside. We do plastics and glass. A lot of things are made back into the glass is used for roads, road bases with the mix. They use plastics to build back some of the same things that you are actually throwing in the recycle cart are remanufactured back into those plastic jugs and different things like that. There's a lot of different uses for plastics and glass at this point. As far as the paper and cardboard go, those are generally shredded up and just made back into cardboard or different type of paper products. Well, the stats on recycling currently are down from years past, mostly because we were in single stream mode years ago and we were getting a lot of product that wasn't recyclable. So the stats are down, but the product is much cleaner now. And we do about 2,500 tons a year of residential recyclables, which is the container type products, the plastics, the glass, things like that. And we do about another 1,500 tons a year in cardboard and paper at our drop-off sites. We still continually throw away a lot more trash than we pick up in recycling. The residents could do a much better job of getting more recycling product out of their trash. Some of the other services we offer to residents is we have paper shredding 2 times a year where residents can bring out boxes of paper, bring it in up to 5 boxes, and we have that indoors to where rain or shine, we will have that event. Residents really like that. Another option that we have is the electronics event that we do 6 times a year. We do that every other month. Residents can bring any type of electronics, whether if it has a cord or runs on batteries, any kind of piece of equipment they might have at home, they can bring that all for free to the electronics drop-off. There is, I think, a minor charge for some television sets, but other than that, any products you want to bring out, you can bring out and get rid of for free. Residential drop-off locations for paper and cardboard, because we don't pick that up at the curbs anymore. We've opened up sites at the Justice Center, the Renaud Center, and City Hall had a couple containers up there as well, and we've just recently expanded that to make it more user-friendly, more space, easy drive-through access, and we moved that just around the City Hall from over at the overflow lot around City Hall. And residents are having a much easier time getting rid of their product there. And those sites are manned and operated with pickup loads 7 days a week, which is pretty amazing. And when we started this program, we never thought we'd ever have to haul these things more than a couple times a month, and we're hauling these boxes every single day, and it's all good material. Anybody needs to know anything more about what they can recycle or are confused about maybe I can or can't throw it away, our website has all the things on there that you might need to find out. If you need anything more than that, by all means, call the Customer Service Department of Environmental Services. We'd be happy to help you.
Don't let your guard down during the cold winter months. Keep yourself and your car safe by following a few common sense tips.
During the winter months, we may be tempted to leave our vehicles running in an attempt to warm up the inside prior to getting behind the wheel. I mean, it's freezing. Who could blame us, right? Now, here is Sergeant Jeff Cook from the O'Fallon PD with some important information on how to stop warm-up thefts.
The winter months are probably some of the toughest when it comes to the morning routine. As difficult or as unpleasant as it might be, going out and warming that car up and leaving it idle in the driveway or on the street or some other location where you can't see it or be in constant contact with it is really just not a safe move on a resident's part. That convenience can quickly turn into a significant inconvenience if you go back out and your vehicle's not there. You may just want to try to build that extra 5 minutes on even on the alarm clock. If you can give yourself that extra 5 minutes in the morning to get yourself prepared, go out to the car a few minutes early, get it warmed up while you're sitting in it, and just deal with the cold for a couple of minutes, it really is the safest thing. The theft of vehicles that are left running is a crime of opportunity. The person that's going to take your car may not have planned for doing it either, but sometimes that temptation is obviously too great for someone. We've seen in our area, throughout the local news and the media in general, the multiple car thefts that have taken place. Again, this is one of those things where the crime of opportunity can be prevented by just not creating the situation. The other biggest location that we see in our area, and specifically throughout the St. Louis metro area, is gas stations, convenience stores, and businesses like that. Again, that temptation or that convenience of leaving your car running to try to keep it getting warmer as you go in for a cup of coffee or your morning soda, whatever it might be, is again preventable by just taking that extra 5 or 10 seconds, shutting the car off, locking the doors, running inside, and coming back out. Your car's really not going to get that much colder or that much warmer in the short time that you're inside the convenience store. One of the other big challenges on these cold mornings is trying to take care of your kids. And I realize that taking them out to a warm car makes it a much nicer journey for wherever you're heading to, off to school, off to daycare, or some other location where your children might be for the day. And I realize warming up the car in advance is helpful, but if you don't have the ability to do that safely with a remote starter or some other type of feature, getting into the car with the kids, bundling them up a little bit more, throwing a blanket on them, and sitting there while your car warms up is still the best way to take care of your kids.
In the winter months, lock it or lose it doesn't mean losing a few valuables. It could mean losing your whole car. Please just lock your car and save yourself the headache. It only takes a few extra minutes to secure your car and valuables. That way, the rest of your day can go as planned.
Thanks for joining us today. If you have a good story idea, please let us know. Email us at OFallonTV@ofallon.mo.us. And remember that O'Fallon matters to all.